Joel and Lia.
And welcome back to Vlogmas. Today's video is how to have a British Christmas.
So we saw a video on YouTube that inspired us, which was all about kind of having a British Christmas. So we want to talk about it a little bit, add a few of our own ideas, and just take you along the ride.
Yes. Also, if there are kids watching, you know, under a certain age, or, you know, if you still believe in Santa, he does exist, but maybe stop watching this video.
How could you have worded that better, Joel?
How can I word that better?
If you're waiting for Santa to come, then don't watch this.
Yeah. So we'll start off with stockings.
Yeah, so stockings are, you guys know what stockings are.
Yeah.
You put them, we put them at the end of our beds, or if you're me, my family, we'd put them like on our door.
Oh, on the doorknobs.
So actually on the doorknobs.
Yeah, just to make it easier for mum and dad.
Mum and dad can just get to it a lot easier.
Because that's the thing, we used to have them at the end of our bed, literally on our bed. And so I used to love waking up in the middle of the night and like feeling it and seeing it stuffed with presents, and I was like, Santa's bin! But that must have been really hard for the parents.
Yeah,
for the parents. My parents.
The parents must have really struggled to do that. Yeah, it must be like, do they dress up?
Yeah.
Like, do they put the Santa gear on
in case we wake up?
Yeah, just in case, and then they're like, ho, 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 just putting them presents in.
Did you used to run up and feel the doorknob then in the middle of the night?
No, because I was a knockout. I never wake up during the night.
Oh, wow.
I know, I'm not one of those kids who wake up to pee or anything. So, yeah, it was great. Tooth Fairy, Christmas.
Yeah, you
like, I was just a dream.
The best child.
The best child one.
But anyway, back on track. Apparently Americans put them above the fireplace.
Instead of by their bed.
Which makes sense, because when I think of American films, it's always above the fireplace.
Yeah, you can just see them like resting there above the fireplace.
And you're just like, is that safe? Is the fire going to set fire to them?
Yeah, is it safe?
But I've never thought it was weird. I guess in my head I sort of thought both were normal.
Also, like, if you're a kid and say you've got loads of siblings and loads of stockings by the fireplace, like, do they all have to be labelled with your name so you know whose is whose? Because, like, I would just be a bit like, well, they got a better stocking than me, so mine's the middle one.
But I think they do. Even my mum got some stockings made with our names on that we never even use because we don't get stockings anymore. Thanks, Mum and Dad. I'm not trying to be a spoilt brat, but ours were quite small in size, parents. So, like, you know, I've seen the American ones, they're literally that big. Yeah, really big ones. In the UK, even we had, like, football socks. Ours weren't even proper stockings. Like, my dad's old football socks, so they were, like, really thin, stretchy ones that you just put presents in.
That's cool. Yeah. I like that.
So this is a tradition I wasn't aware of, because I don't have kids, and I can't remember when I was a child. But writing to Santa, apparently, it's a British tradition that you chuck it on the fire, and that sends it to the North Pole.
Yeah,
but in America, they actually send it to the North Pole.
How?
Well, like, they just like post it.
Yeah, but where does it? What, they actually put a stamp on? And
I think there is an address that you can get your kids to send it to.
Wow, what a waste of a stamp.
What happens? That'd be a good video. What
happens to all the letters?
Yeah, they get sent to Santa to the North Pole, and the post office get it, and it's like Santa North Pole. What do they do with it?
Yeah, what do they send it to, like?
I feel like they've got to send it somewhere, because I know for the Royal Mail, I'm sure, which is like our national postal service, I'm pretty sure it'd be illegal for them to destroy it, because it's like someone's posted it, you have to let it get to its destination. But then where do they send it?
Where do they send it? That's a really good opportunity for a video. If anyone who's got a kids channel wants to make it, that's ruins kids' dreams.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, where
can
do
do
the letters get
Joel
sent?
and Lia ruining kids' dreams.
Yeah, so in America they would send them like that, and over here we just throw it in the fire.
Yeah.
To Santa it goes. Santa. We call him Father Christmas.
Oh yeah, and that's another difference.
That is another huge difference.
You say Father Christmas.
Father Christmas. Santa Claus.
Santa Claus.
Santa Claus we've taken from the US.
Yeah. Again, Santa Claus wouldn't be weird to us, but apparently Father Christmas is weird for Americans.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know.
It's Father Christmas, isn't
it?
It's your dad.
Father Christmas.
It's your dad dressed up. It's Father Christmas. So the next tradition is that in the UK, we would leave a little gift for Father Christmas.
Yeah.
I would always leave it in the living room.
Yeah, I'd leave mine by the fireplace.
Yeah, by the fireplace, on a little table, something like this. And it would have a mince pie and a bit of brandy, or something boozy for Father Christmas, or you could do milk, but that's an American thing. Yeah,
because Americans apparently tend to leave cookies and milk for Father Christmas.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I mean, I would like both cookies and mince pie.
Mince pie, I mean, Mum would come downstairs, bite it,
and
then down whatever we've left.
Yeah.
And then we'd wake up in the morning and go, Father Christmas has been! This
oh,
is
it's so magical, kids. If you want to leave something out for the reindeer, you'd leave
carrots.
Carrots.
Good one.
Yeah, so also my parents would be gnawing the carrots to make it look like the reindeer. I'd leave them on the front doorstep.
Oh, good.
So outdoors on the front doorstep. And the reason, little bit of facts, maybe you don't want to listen to this.
Okay.
But I found out that Santa didn't exist because every year Santa would leave a note on our front door and the carrots would be half eaten from the reindeer.
Yeah.
And I took the note and I was like, Dad, this looks like your handwriting. And he was
that's how you found out?
And that's how I found out. I was like, that's Dad's handwriting.
I can't remember how I found out, but you remember finding out exactly.
And then I sat down with my mum and I was cuddling her. And then I was like, Mum. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, does Santa exist? And she was like, no. And I was like, I knew it.
It was Dad's handwriting.
It was Dad's handwriting.
Oh my gosh.
So that was that. I don't know what age I was, but...
Imagine if you're a really, like, mean parent and you just wanted to, like... Your kid had done something to annoy you and then you just sort of went, Santa's not real!
That would definitely be me if I had a child.
That would be you. That would be you.
Santa's not real!
Guess what, you 3-year-old? Santa's not real!
Santa hates you.
Santa hates you. I would use, like, Father Christmas or Santa as, like, a continual, like, if you're not good, Santa Claus won't come this year. Oh. Santa Claus will spank you. That's they're called child line.
So the next point is Christmas desserts, or puddings, as we would say.
Pudding.
Which very complicatedly, our Christmas puddings tend to be Christmas pudding.
Yeah, so it's just called Christmas pudding.
Yeah.
That's what pudding is.
It's a very dense boiled dessert made of fruit. So it's basically like a very dense fruit cake, but with booze all over it and set on fire.
I haven't got time for it.
No,
I'll look at it and I'll do a little Instagram story of it. Go follow our Instagrams.
Yeah.
And I'll give it a video of the fire. But like, Mum will get the brandy and flame it up. But I don't eat it.
No.
However, if it's covered in custard,
I'll
give it a go.
My dad fries it in brandy butter. And it's really good once it's fried in brandy butter.
You know that emoji that's like the drool face?
Mm-hmm.
That.
It's just made even more unhealthy.
Oh yeah, anything fried in butter. So it sounds amazing. Brandy butter.
Yeah, it's great. But apparently Americans, and I didn't know this, Americans tend to have pumpkin pie or pecan pie, or do they say pecan?
Pecan?
Pecan
pie. No, we've definitely just made that up. Pecan pie.
Pecan.
Yes, pecan. That sounds right.
Okay. Pecan. Anyway, they have pecan pie or pumpkin pie for dessert on Christmas Day, which I thought was interesting. So I thought everyone had Christmas pudding or Christmas cake, which is a bit like pudding, but not quite.
Christmas cake, what's that again?
It's like fruit cake, but with marzipan and icing on top. I hate marzipan. She loves marzipan, guys. Don't listen to her. If you've been watching us for a long time, you know this is a running thing.
Hate marzipan. Don't put it near me. Joel's got this idea in his head that I love it. He's like, you love marzipan.
I swear I've seen you buy marzipan and like eat it.
That's your other friend.
Which I don't have. It will be lonely this Christmas with only one friend. It'll be lonely. Those aren't the lyrics.
No, but I was going with it. Every Christmas we get a message from the Queen, our Queen, and she does a little Christmas speech on telly, BBC One.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. I'm so glad you know the time. And she sort of like summarises the best bits of the year.
Yeah.
And, you know, she just says a few nice words.
Yeah.
You know, how amazing we are as a country and blah, 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 blah,
blah, blah, blah.
We all sort of listen to it a bit.
Yeah.
We're not like, I don't give her my undivided attention.
I feel like my mum and one of my brothers would like fully like listen. I will tend to like be on my phone while like half listening. Okay. And I think my other brother and my dad aren't really that interested.
Yeah.
So
we're like, oh, get Queenie on, Queenie's on.
She always has to be on. We're always like 3 o'clock, quick.
And you guys obviously don't have a Queen.
No.
If you're watching in America.
Apart from Kim Kardashian, apparently.
So the Kim K message.
That would trigger so many.
Oh my god. By the way, the Queen pre-films her message. Obviously, she doesn't do it on Christmas Day because she'll be busy boozing.
Yeah. It's only 15 minutes long, but it is a very strong British tradition, and we all love our Queen. The next British tradition is Boxing Day. So Boxing Day is the day after Christmas Day. It's on the 26th of December. Now we might skip over this one because we're going to do another video all about Boxing Day coming up in the next week or so.
We'll make sure that the video is in the cards above my head.
That it will be coming soon towards Boxing Day.
Yeah.
But just to recap, it's something that I think only the UK does, and it's characterised by shopping. I'd say
it's our version of Black Friday.
Yeah, it is.
I would.
Yeah.
Can we talk about Christmas trees?
Okay, so the next one is taking down the Christmas tree.
It's got to come down. In our house, it's down You had Happy New Year, New Year's. I think my mum's already got it down.
Oh, really? On the 2nd?
Down.
It tends to be traditionally, it's taken down on the 12th day of Christmas, which I believe the first day of Christmas is Christmas Day. And then, so into January, in the first week of January, that's when you take your tree down.
Yeah.
But this video that we've been inspired by said that Americans have been known to leave Christmas trees up until your celebrations on the 4th of July.
That can't be right. If that's right, I'm triggered. I am so triggered. There's no other word. That's triggering.
But there are people in the UK that will leave their Christmas lights up.
Yeah. They leave them up, and you're driving round, and it's like March, and you're like, get that down.
Is that true? I bet loads of Americans will be like, that is not true, and I'm triggered as well. But let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know.
So thanks for watching, guys. That is how to have a very British Christmas.
And if you enjoyed this video, do all the things. Subscribe, comment, be our friend.
Give the video a like, and share it with a friend as well.
Share it with someone who you think, they might like Joel and Lia.
Yeah.
Because they might.
Yeah. You never know.
No, we're an acquired taste, aren't we, Joel?
We are an acquired taste, sadly. But we're not.
Be nice to be mainstream.
It'd be nice to be mainstream.
Mice. I said mice.
Mice.
Be nice to be mainstream.
But if you're enjoying Vlogmas, don't forget to share it with a friend and comment down below. Watch our other videos. You've probably missed one of them.
Yeah.
So
catch up, binge watch the series. It's all in a playlist for you.
Up, darlings.
Go to bed, darling, with your laptop.
With your laptop and watch John.
Okay, we'll see you next time.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I reckon they can tell when my teacup's empty. Like right now, it's empty.
No.
Do you reckon that's obvi? Obvi.
No.
No, darling. Do I do that?
All Brits do this.
With the little finger sticking out. Yeah, I do that.
No, only my dad does that.
Really?
Yeah, and when he's looking like that, he'll be like.
Really? That's so funny.
Like, you're not sheltering the sun like that, Gary.
Yeah, that's so Kim Kardashian.
You're so Kim Kardashian.